Every episode on Celebrity Encounters podcast, we interview real people just like you, sharing their own personal celebrity encounters. And with a little storytelling help from us and a few surprises from here in Las Vegas, this is Celebrity Encounters Podcast.
Welcome to Celebrity Encounters Podcast. I'm Alan.
I'm Harlan.
And we're here today with our very special guest.
He's special, all right.
He's very special.
Want to know why he's special?
Tell me.
He is related to one of our other guests.
Oh, my God. Nepotism now. Huh?
Yeah. It'll get you everywhere in life. And this one is related to S. So does this make him D?
T. It's T.
No, D.
D?
D.
Oh, yeah, well, I was going to say S-Q-R-S-T.
Yeah, the whole family is alphabets. Okay, I got it. All right, introduce our guest.
So this is Don Stringham.
Woohoo!
Hi, Don. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are y'all?
Okay, and where are you coming to us from today?
From beautiful Las Vegas.
Beautiful. It is a beautiful day outside today.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's in the 70s.
Yeah.
There's not a cloud in the sky.
Come
Very
visit
light
us.
winds. Yes, come visit us. I understand there's plenty of room at
Don's house.
At Don's. Yeah, will you take in all our viewers there, Don?
It's an amazing day today. Everybody come and you're all welcome.
Oh, he said
But you
it.
got to
Yeah.
find me.
But they have to come and spend their money here, too, because that's how we keep our taxes low.
That's true.
That's
On
right.
behalf of all the residents of Las Vegas, come visit. We love you. Don, we understand you've had a celebrity encounter of some kind.
I have
Drop a name
I
on
have.
us.
Carol Burnett.
Oh.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Together. Keep going.
Just to have a laugh and sing a song.
Oh, you know the words.
Yeah. I don't think I could have remembered that much.
No, I'm with you on that one, Don. He's got the memory of like a treasury vault. That's for sure. All right, so tell us where roughly was this? Not where, roughly. Where was this, and roughly when was this, give or take?
Well, this was either late 99 or early 2000. I can't remember exactly when, but I was in New York on business, and my client told me about this show that she had tickets for and invited me along with several other people to go to it. A friend of hers was the hairstylist for this Broadway show, which was, I think it was called Putting It Together or Putting It All Together, something like that. It was a Stephen Sondheim musical. And I'm a huge Stephen Sondheim fan, so I was very excited.
All right,
And
so
even
hold
more
on
so-
one second. Hold on. For people who don't know who he is and the musicals he's done, and since you are a lover, can you drop some other show names on us?
Absolutely. He wrote the lyrics for West Side Story.
Okay.
He wrote Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, Gypsy, and a bunch of other stuff. He died a few years ago, but he was pretty prolific as far as his music goes, and I really enjoyed most of his stuff. So I was very excited to see this show.
Had you heard of the show before you came for this trip?
You know, I had not, which I thought was very interesting. But I was excited to see it, and even more so when I found out that Carol Burnett was starring in it, along with George Hearn and Bronson Pinchot. So, all I can say is that I was excited to see the show.
Okay, so you entered a theater, and what happens?
Well, so we take our seats, and the show starts, and it starts off with a monologue that's performed by Bronson.
Okay.
And unfortunately, as it turns out, that was the best part of the show.
Oh no! Oh no!
One of those, huh?
What
was the plot of the show?
It
was so good you don't remember?
Yeah, it was something. It was about an older couple that had a dinner party or something. I don't recall.
You try
exactly
to put that out of your mind.
Yeah,
right?
he was so traumatized.
I've been to a number of shows like that.
Therapy for years.
I was even more so disappointed because I was so excited to see it. It was a Stephen Sondheim show, and it was just disappointing.
Was at least the music good?
The music was okay. The performances were pretty good, but it was, I don't know. It was just the plot line. It was kind of a weird mix of emotion for a Sondheim musical.
Was it one of those kind of stories where all of a sudden they break into song and you're like, why are you singing?
Yeah. The guy just died. I mean,
he's dead, and I thought he's dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, one of those, where you're really excited. He just dropped dead, yes.
I went and saw Spider-Man the musical, and it was exactly like that. Because I had heard it was like a dumpster fire, but I was like, I got to see this, And I go in, and all of a sudden it was exactly like Spider-Man's doing his thing, and also they start singing. I'm like, why is Spider-Man singing about this? Weird. Okay, I'm sorry.
And just so you know, I felt the exact same way when I saw Spider-Man.
There you go.
And that's why it's not on Broadway anymore.
Or
That's
anywhere
right.
on the planet.
That's correct.
All right, so
well, I don't think this ran for very long on Broadway either. So as far as Broadway musicals go, it had a very short lifespan, which kind of tells you that I'm not the only one who felt that way, I think.
Yeah.
Which is really amazing. I mean, considering who Carol Burnett is and her impeccable taste for content. And this was a drama or a dramedy? What was it?
Yeah, it was a dramedy type thing.
Okay.
And apparently Carol was somehow involved in the writing of it or putting it together. I think I think some of the songs were from other Sondheim musicals and kind of a Moulin Rouge type accumulation or a Mamma Mia type accumulation of some of his other works. And
roughly how long ago was this again?
This is 25 years ago.
Okay, so she's in her 80s now, so in her
No, she's in her 90s.
She's in her 90s. So she would have been in her 60s then, give or take? Would you
Yeah.
guess?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. And Bronson, I think he's the same age as me. So he would have been in his late 40s then or so. Okay, please continue.
All right. So at the end of the show, my client, her friend who was the hairstylist for the show, invited us backstage. And so on our way back to that area of the theater, we had a chance meeting with Bronson. And
like you were backstage and he was passing by, that kind of thing?
That kind of thing.
Okay.
And since the hairstylist knows everybody in the show,
yeah,
he introduced us.
Nice.
Now, I'm not one to give false praise. I just have a real issue in doing something like that. But I did enjoy his monologue.
Nice.
So I said to him, hey, I really enjoyed your monologue. And his response was, there was a whole rest of the show.
Wow.
Okay. But I didn't like the rest of the show.
No, you didn't say that though, right?
I did not.
Okay.
I wanted to.
Okay.
But I did not.
No, I understand where you're coming from because, like, in LA, I would get asked by a lot of independent filmmaker friends of mine, like, oh, come see a screening of my show. And I'd always say to them, I have no poker face. And so if that film is bad and I'm like, oh, I'm so proud of you. You try to say anything you can to get out of it. Like you did, is your monologue was great,
Yeah.
But your face
it
is
was,
saying, oy vey.
And it was like really the only part of the show that I really enjoyed, which kind of set me up for more disappointment with the rest of it.
Oh no! Yeah, that's true. The bar was here, and then it just kept going down. Okay.
Yeah.
So he says that to you.
Quickly.
He says that to you, and then what did you do? Did you just go cold?
I just said, okay. I couldn't respond without being rude back. But he was just, I felt pretty rude in his response and maybe looking for additional praise, or I don't know. But for whatever reason, he didn't seem to be in a very good mood either. So I was just like, just let it go,
You know what I would have said?
I can't imagine.
After he said there was the rest of the show, he said, really? You could have fooled me.
Oh, no. Alan's joking. No. I know you. You would never say that. Up here you would say that, but no. I can't, like I said, there's so many different times, like I see these projects. There was, I think, only one out of like maybe 100 that I'd seen over friends that it was actually good. And I was like, oh, thank God. And I was gushing about it. But all the other ones, I was like, you should be so proud of yourself. It is not easy to make it, And same thing, if you think about it from an actor standpoint, like, now everything on these things just tear people apart. I feel so bad for the entertainment community and sports community, and politicians, all of them, because it's not like, before you wouldn't normally have someone backstage basically going,
Right.
But now, and I actually know Bronson, not well by any means, but we had a couple different projects that we were going to do together. And he is definitely a sensitive soul. And I think if you're, doing a live performance like on Broadway, you can tell that the audience isn't with you. It's live on that front. And from, when the jokes are falling flat or at the end of a nice musical, he's dead. And the audience is like, you're in that solo.
Woohoo.
Yeah, exactly. So when you get off stage, you're like, son of a, it's an internalization, for their creative process. So to have you come back and give a positive, which I applaud you on finding that one thing to say positive. But for him, all he heard was, you suck. Oof.
Yes. And unfortunately, because it was a sincere comment on my part,
right,
about his performance and the monologue that he had done. So,
and at least you didn't say, and what was this TV show that he was on? Not Bosom Buddies.
No, Perfect Strangers.
Perfect Strangers.
Perfect Strangers.
Well, at least you didn't have to go, I loved you on Perfect Strangers. Which we did love him on Perfect Strangers. He was brilliant. And many other things that he's done have been brilliant. So I love you, Bronson. I just want you to know.
Belki Bartakamus.
Wow. Gesundheit.
You're welcome.
No, that show was brilliant.
Yeah.
I remember, watching that show, and it was genius, and his character was genius, and the relationship, everything was wonderful on that. Okay, so he huffs and puffs off, I'm guessing.
Yes, he did. And I was just like, oh, okay, go.
Oops.
I'm fine with that. As we make our way further back stage, we come across Carol.
Uh-oh.
No, she was amazing.
Oh, way to go, Carol.
This friend introduced each one of us to her in turn. Not like, oh, there's Kathy, there's Don, there's Julie, he introduced each one of us. And as he introduced us, she took us each by the hand and said, now, what is your name? And tell me a little bit about yourself.
Wow.
And she spent, 2 or 3 minutes with each one of us. There were like 5 of us. And she didn't even ask about the show. She didn't ask how we felt about it. She made it more about us than about her. And that has that has kind of set my standard for what I think a gracious, famous person should do ever since. And I've been disappointed almost every time
Oh
since.
no!
as well.
Oh no! Okay, we don't want to hear about the other disappointments. It's too much for me to handle. But how wonderful! I mean, with the Carol Burnett show, she used to do that before the tapings happened.
Yes.
Is talk to the audience and do the exact same kind of thing that you're talking about, and people loved her for that.
She was a very people person. Her show won 25 Emmys.
Wow!
And it set the gold standard for comedy variety shows
Wow!
for it. So she is still an amazing person. And everyone, you can talk to anyone that's worked with her, and they will say what a pleasure she was to work with.
Well, she's not dead, man. She was.
Well, she
is.
She's not doing too much anymore, but every once in a while she pops up in a cameo role on something on the sets.
That's true.
So, but she is just a beautiful person, and she truly when she meets you, she wants to know about you, like she did with you.
Yeah.
To this day.
And I was so, like I said, I was so impressed with that. And for me, it was even more so. Growing up, we did not have a television in the house.
What was this, like the 1800s?
Not quite. This was the 60s and 70s. My parents finally got a television in the 80s after I was long gone.
Wow.
But there were several events. We rented a television every year for Christmas so that we could watch all the Christmas shows.
Jimmy Stewart.
And then during the Olympics.
Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life.
Oh, well,
yeah.
and the Olympics.
Those were the only times that we had a television in the house. But one of the few shows that we were allowed to watch was the Carol Burnett show. So that was one of the reasons I knew who she was and really a little bit about her.
Well,
how I grew to love her.
Her show with Harvey Korman and Tim Conway and Carol Burnett, this was the perfect match. This trio, they were hysterical. And we had Harvey Korman's son on.
As a guest on Celebrity Encounters podcast. Find
yes.
that episode.
And he told us something that kind of blew me away. Do you remember the dentist scene with Tim Conway and Harvey Korman, which has become a classic?
He didn't have a TV.
It was hysterical. And Chris told us that was the first time his dad had met Tim Conway. And it was, the chemistry was there, and it went on to become a classic scene from the Carol Burnett show. And you wouldn't know that was the first time they ever did a bit together.
Wow.
So.
Oh yeah, unbelievable. So here, I'm gonna throw you on the big question here for you, Don.
Sure.
Carol Burnett, she was known for a special yell from the show. Do you remember what that yell was?
I don't, but I do remember this.
Yes. You know why she did that?
Why did she?
It was a signal to somebody.
To her mom.
Oh,
to
was
her
it
mom.
really?
Yeah.
And what was the signal? Mom, I made it.
It was.
I'm listening. I hear you.
It's for you, Mom.
Oh.
So, yeah. Well, her signature yell was her Tarzan yell, and it became a reoccurring gag on her shows, and she even did it on the Tonight Show when she went to see Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He made her do it there.
And now,
so.
Alan, it's your turn to represent. What is the Tarzan call?
Well, you remember how Tarzan used to do his call,
Less
right?
talking, more imitation. Let's go.
Oh,
That's better. Something.
yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Okay, we just blew the speakers out.
And Carol's now cease and desisting us letter.
Yeah, they're serving the subpoena right now.
That's right. Oh, they are here. Oh my gosh. So you spent a few minutes with Carol. She was asking you all these questions, and then what happened?
Well, and then we said our goodbyes, and she left us, and we were hanging out backstage for a little while with my client's friend and some of the other people from the production.
And then Bronson came out again and said, "What exactly didn't you like?"
Did you get her autograph at least?
Ooh, good one.
No, I don't. I'm not big on autographs. I would never hold on to them. So that's not something I ever asked anyone for. Actually, I've never asked for an autograph from anybody, except on a check.
Ah, good answer.
Those are good autographs too.
Yeah.
But you can't
Well,
hold on
some
to
are better
them,
than others.
Yes.
True that. That's awesome. And then did you guys go out for dinner or call it a night or?
Oh yeah, we went out for dinner and drinks and I tried not to say anything about the show since we were with the hairstylist.
Smart move. The one that got you free tickets.
Yeah, but the hair styling and the show was fabulous.
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 That's exactly correct. Good answer. Good save, Don.
Sure, you said that the hairstylist many times during the dinner.
Yeah.
So, and did you go to like one of those places like Sardi's or that kind of thing where like the celebrities come after the Broadway shows and hang out and Bronson just walked by you and gave you this look?
Gave me the finger.
Oh, no.
Which one?
Oh, 5 of them. No. That's awesome. What a delightful experience. And
it was.
Way to go, Carol. And again, Bronson, we love you. You're a genius. You always will be a genius. Sometimes you make a home run. Sometimes you don't.
Do you realize Jimmy Stewart was Carol Burnett's mentor?
Wait, what?
Absolutely. He was her mentor. And her star on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood
Right.
is right next to Jimmy Stewart's.
Wow.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
That is
Yeah,
cool. I did
that's
not know
a
that.
little known fact.
No.
But yeah, that's her star is right next to his.
I've always wondered that when you walk Hollywood Boulevard and you see the stars, and it's always to me like, this star next to that star, and you're like, why are they there? So I didn't know that you could request, but I guess Carol has that kind of clout, to be able to do it. And why Jimmy? Like, he's not a comedian. I mean, he's an incredible performer.
I guess his acting style that she modeled
Because she did
her.
do some dramas. She wasn't
and
solely
she-
comedy.
And
that's
she
for
was
sure.
very good in those dramas too.
Oh yeah, I was recently watching, I don't know if it was an SVU or one of those kind of shows, and up she pops, as this senior, I can't remember what the exact plot line was, but it was a dramatic character and something that you wouldn't expect, for comedian Carol Burnett, and she killed it. I was like, ooh, she's mean and evil,
She's been on a number of the procedurals, the crime procedurals, and she does a great job on those. So
That's awesome. I've been on those, but in real life.
down on the strip.
Well, don't ask, don't tell. I'm going to stick with that one. Well, Don, thank you so much for sharing your amazing story of Carol Burnett and Bronson. I can't thank you enough. I'm Harlan Friedman,
I'm Alan Gerstner.
and this is Celebrity Encounters Podcast. Thanks for watching. There's lots more episodes.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in today, and if you enjoyed our show, please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on all your favorite platforms. We'll see you next week with the next episode of Celebrity Encounter Podcast.